Seems to be the plot now, doesn't it, with Meghan and Harry? You know, the sort of thing. Keep everything under wraps, suddenly pop up from nowhere, and then hopefully garner all those front pages, digital platforms, and get people talking about you and allegedly your brand again, whatever that brand might be. It's very difficult to decipher, isn't it, in, of course, the world of Meghan and Harry. But what was interesting to note was this particular recent flash-by visit of Harry to Canada to help promote the forthcoming Invictus Games, of which he launched way back, I think, in February earlier of this year, of course. Well, it was all there for that particular reason. Or was it? As ever, let me explain. How nice to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Lovely to see your smiling faces. I hope you're smiling. I'm smiling at you. So when I'm smiling, you need to smile back. Gosh, I know, well, it's hard at this time in the morning, isn't it? Particularly on a wet and windy winter's day here now in London town. And by the way, I don't know if you're in London or across the news, but we've got all the farmers now protesting in the very heart of Westminster for what they think it is a terrible wrongdoing. And I applaud them for coming out there in this terrible weather. Of course, they're used to that, aren't they? Hard working are our farmers, absolutely. The backbone of our country. And I'm very grateful for all the things that you do to provide so much lovely food on the many tables up and down the United Kingdom and of course around the world. A lot of produce exported, so thank you, farmers. Now, what's interesting here is this particular, well, did you see this? There was Harry, of course, doing his very best Sky Sports impression. Now, for some inexplicable reason, Harry decided to be part of the sports lineup, whatever you want to call it, to help launch his Invictus Games. And it's a funny thing, really, because obviously he walked out onto the pitch. All of those people had no idea, you know, he was coming. So the fact that all of these cheering people, because he was announced on the big screen as Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. No, just call me Harry now. Have you noticed that? Oh no, back to full titles. A little like Meghan at that bash for the hairdo. Oh, call me Meghan, but introduced as the Duchess of Sussex. They know their dwindling fan base really relies on that royal connection. But moving forward, what's been really inexplicable to understand was not only just the visit to Canada, forget of course the gas-guzzling way that he got there, while all telling us about Travelist and saving the planet, all the usual stuff. Ed Miliband will be after you. Oh yes, I can feel that one, Harry. Wasting climate, all that. Oh, shocking. But according to a very well-placed source, in this really sort of terrible chat, of which clearly Harry knew nothing about the game in Canada, you know, hadn't bothered doing any research in my opinion, it could have been a far more engaging chat. You could understand that the sports presenter suddenly just shut it down very quickly, inexplicably. What was the reason? Well, according to that source, as ever, allegedly, apparently there was supposed to be a feed line into Harry about, well, we can look forward to another sport, can't we? Your brand new polo show on Netflix, you know, forget Invictus, let's get that plug in. And apparently that was going to be this big thing. And you can see that Harry's sort of hanging, waiting for this lead line to say, oh yes, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, all of that sort of stuff. This was sort of a way of promoting it but not promoting it, you understand? And very quickly the interview, well, came to a very sudden conclusion and Harry had to disappear back out. Of course, to crowds and all of that sort of stuff, the thing that he's now likes and also misses. But either way, this could not have gone down with the bosses at his paymaster Netflix, seemingly because a worldwide audience, once again, had been failed to be alerted to the fact that in less than 2 weeks' time, this particular show, which they've spent so much money, has failed to get any public endorsement so far from Harry. Yes, oh sorry, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.